Hi, come on in, please take a seat. How can I help you today? Alright, so you're looking to get some cosmetic teeth whitening done? Well, that's not a problem. Our surgery specialises in cosmetic dentistry as well as obviously general dentistry as well. And we pride ourselves in excellence for teeth whitening and cosmetic dentistry, so you've come to the right place. Can I ask you why you would like to get teeth whitening done? Alright, well that's absolutely fine, and it's a common reason why most patients come to have their teeth whitening, to have their teeth whitened and have teeth whitening. It can give you such a boost of confidence to have a nice bright white smile, even if you do have sort of crooked teeth or, not perfectly straight teeth, because nobody has perfectly straight teeth unless you have obviously veneers. But some people don't want that, and some people don't want the commitment to have veneers and have a perfect smile. But I think that teeth whitening can really boost your smile and, like I say, your confidence. And a lot of people have said that your smile and your teeth are the first thing that people notice. So I honestly think that just having this very simple and straightforward procedure can really have such a positive effect. Perfect. So do you know a little bit about teeth whitening? Is this your first time? Alright, well that's not a problem. So teeth whitening is obviously a cosmetic procedure, and it basically uses gel, so teeth whitening gel, that contains hydrogen peroxide or carbamide peroxide to gently whiten your teeth. And what we do is we use custom made trays fitted specifically to your own teeth, so the product can perfectly blend over your top and bottom teeth. Oftentimes products that you buy off the internet from unreputable sources come with just a generic tray that you just pop in, but they often don't get the results that people are after. And also you have to be so careful about what you buy online as well, because you don't know where the products are coming from, you don't know what the ingredients are, and if anything, I would want to put anything in my mouth, on my teeth, which I didn't know came from a reputable source. So to come to the dentist to have it done is the perfect choice. So what we do, like I say, is we make custom made trays just for you. And how we do that is we make molds of your teeth, and we use a tray such as this, and we put a mold putty in there, and then we put that on your top and your bottom teeth to make an impression of what your teeth look like. Then we send that off to the lab, and we have the trays fitted for you, and then you would go away to the leisure of your own comfort, of your own home, and then you'd whiten them at home by yourself using the gel that we give you. So obviously teeth whitening is great, and the results are always very good that I have experienced, but there are a certain amount of side effects. Like with anything, you have to be very careful, and teeth whitening isn't for everyone. So for instance, if you have veneers, if you have fillings, crowns, caps, If you have grey, brown, or teeth that have been damaged through injury or illness, then teeth whitening won't work on those particular teeth. But we'll have a little check of your mouth to see what's going on and if you'd be a good candidate. Alright, so other side effects include sensitivity. That's the big one. So obviously with the active products, hydrogen peroxide and carbamide peroxide, they're going to cause a little bit of irritation and a little bit of teeth sensitivity as normal. So we encourage you to just be very careful and obviously use sensitive toothpaste, and obviously we have sensitive desensitizing gel as well, which we'll give you. But the sensitivity ranges from different people, so you can get very, very sensitive teeth or not so sensitive teeth. It all depends on the individual. But if you're having very severe sensitivity, I would encourage you to come back and see us, come back into the surgery, and we can have a look at that for you and just tailor the procedure a little bit to you, like tweak it for you. Sometimes people feel like lowering the dose or lowering the percentage of active ingredient really helps them to fight the sensitivity whilst also having the positive effects of the teeth whitening. Alright, so one last side effect is a little bit of stomach sensitivity. Obviously the products that we use here in the surgery are 100% safe and 100% safe to ingest as well. Obviously, as you're putting the products into your mouth, you might accidentally swallow some, but that's perfectly fine. But sometimes people with very sensitive tummies, very sensitive digestive systems might find that the product has an adverse effect and may cause a little bit of IBS or something like that. Again, it's nothing too bad, probably just a little bit of sensitivity. But if it's something that is causing you some discomfort and you're worried about it, then please come back and see us, and again we'll tailor the procedure to you and tweak it for you. Alright, so with all of that information, does that sound okay to you? Alright, it does sound a little bit scary, but trust me, the procedure is totally simple and, apart from the sensitivity, pain-free. And you'll be having a bright white smile in no time. Alright, well, do you mind if I have a little look inside of your mouth just to see what's going on and if you would be a good candidate for teeth whitening? Alright, can I just ask, when was your last checkup? About a year ago. And do you see the hygienist frequently? Alright, well that's good then. I can see from your teeth now that you shouldn't have any problems, but it's always good to double check. So I'm just going to pop on some gloves. I'm also going to just pop on a mask as well, alright? Okay. So I'm just going to get a couple of my instruments so I can have a closer look inside your mouth. Alright. So if you can just open up your mouth as wide as you can. Okay. Alright. Okay. Good. Let's come a little bit closer. And are you brushing twice a day? And do you use any mouthwash? Okay, good. Have you had any fillings recently? Okay, that's okay. Do you smoke at all? Okay. I'm just gonna poke your gum and just tell me if you feel sensitivity there. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Anything there? A little bit. Alright. So do you suffer with sensitivities at all? Now and then. Certain foods, certain temperatures. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so I don't see any concern. Your teeth are lovely and healthy, and you're a perfect candidate for teeth whitening. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and mix up the catalyst and the base, which are these two products, and I'm going to mix them together, and I'm going to place them into this tray, and I'm going to pop that into your top row of teeth first. We won't do them both together because that can be quite claustrophobic and can cause a little bit of distress, because you can't, it feels like you can't breathe, but you can. But we do it one at a time. Alright, good. But first I'm going to actually take a picture of your teeth, and we use our app to monitor how much the teeth have whitened over the course of the procedure. So if you can just do a nice big smile for me, that's perfect. Alright, ready? Okay, great. I'm going to get a little bit closer. Alright, that's really good, and we will see how much that's whitened at the end. So we'll invite you to come back after your last syringe has been completed, and we'll see how much you've progressed in terms of shades. But I see that your teeth aren't too bad, so I think they'll look really nice once they've been whitened. Alright, so I'm just gonna do the impression material. Alright, so that's the catalyst and the base, all nice and smushed together. Now what I want you to do, I'm going to put this into your top row of teeth, and if you could bite down as hard as you can, but not too hard that you reach the bottom of this tray. So just put a little bit of pressure, and I would advise you to just relax, breathe normally and slowly. You won't choke or anything like that. It's a little bit uncomfortable, I will say, but we'll only be waiting here for a few minutes until the moulds are done. Okay? So if you open up your mouth nice and wide. Okay. Alright. And bite down for me. That's lovely. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. So we're going to just wait there for 2 minutes, and that will solidify. And then we'll get on and take those out, and then we'll get on and do the bottom ones. Alright. Okay, are you ready for me to take those out now? You're doing really, really well. Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay, that's perfect. A perfect mould. We're going to send those away to the lab, but first we'll need to do your bottom teeth. So I'll just mix up another base and a catalyst, and I've got the bottom guard here. So I'll mix it up as before, and then we can put that on your bottom teeth. Okay, alright, I've mixed it up. And let's put those on your bottom teeth. Again, exactly the same as before. Just relax, breathe normally, and bite down, but not too hard and not too soft either. Just somewhere in the middle. Alright. Are you ready? Put these on your bottom teeth. Alright. Brilliant. And just bite down. Fantastic. Alright, so we'll leave those in for 2 minutes, and then we'll remove them the same as before. Alright, how are you doing? Ready for them to come out? Alright, let me just grab those for you. Okay. Push them up. Okay. Good. Excellent. Let's have a look. Yes. That's a perfect mould. Well done. Good job. So we're going to be sending those away to the lab to have the moulds done, and then in about, I would say, maybe 2 to 4 days, we sometimes say a week, we will get the custom made trays back, and we will show you, we'll ask you to come back in, and we will show you how to use those trays and the teeth whitening gel as well. Alright? Yes, you may have just a swig of mouthwash, that's absolutely fine. There shouldn't be any remnants of the catalyst and the base left, as it all kind of comes out as one, and it's quite sturdy product. But please feel free to rinse your mouth, and then if you just book in an appointment with the receptionist, and we'll see you in about a week. Hi, yes, come on in, take a seat. It's lovely to see you again. I hope you've been keeping well. Yes, your trays have arrived, and here they are. They come in their own little box that you can keep them nice and dry and nice and clean. And obviously I stress to keep this tray and container clean at all times, but we'll come on to how to clean them in a minute. But if I just pop on some gloves. I'll show you what they look like, and then we can see if they fit properly, which of course they will, as they're custom made for you. Alright, so I just open that up. Here are your trays. So you have your top tray and your bottom tray. So if I could just ask you to open up your mouth nice and wide. These are very, very flexible, as you can see. So they won't feel uncomfortable. They'll kind of feel like a second kind of skin, so to say. So if you just open up your mouth nice and wide, pop that in. Perfect fit. And the bottom trays. Alright. Great. How do they feel? Good. That's wonderful. I mean, they look... Yep. They look perfect. And how does that feel when you close your mouth? Yep, doesn't feel like too protruding. Alright, and can you kind of speak? Yes, you have a little bit of a lisp, but nothing too bad. Alright, let me take those out for you. Alright, so pop it back in the jar for you. And the bottom one. Alright, excellent. That's perfect. Alright, so I'll give these to you to take home. To keep them clean after each use, you just need to use lukewarm water, rinse them under lukewarm water, and you can also clean the container as well in lukewarm water. Please, please, please don't use boiling hot water, as this may warp or misshape the trays because they're quite, I guess, flexible. Anything too hot can have an adverse effect, and obviously if they don't fit your teeth perfectly, the whitening gel may not sit right on your teeth. You may get more sensitivity, you may not get the results that you want, so just please be aware of that. Also try and avoid any sort of soaps or liquids or any sort of washing kind of detergents or anything like that, only because you don't know if that's going to have an adverse reaction to the teeth whitening gel. You may not wash it out correctly, and you don't want any sort of soap or anything in your mouth. So lukewarm water is the best. Perfect. So I have the teeth whitening gel, and we'll go over together how to use it, when to use it, and certain tips and tricks. Okay, so you have 6 of these syringes. They don't have a needle or anything like that, so don't worry. And each tube is 2 days worth. So you would use half a syringe a day, and that is quarter on the top and quarter on the bottom. So what you do, if I get your trays back, it's very, very simple. You would take your tray like so. You would take the syringe, obviously take the cap off. You would put 1 dot on each of the teeth. You don't necessarily need to do the ones at the back because you don't really see those teeth, so you can kind of concentrate on the teeth that are actually seen. It depends on how big your smile is and how wide your smile is, how many teeth that you see. So you just put a drop in each. Obviously make sure you brush your teeth first. Make sure your teeth are nice and dry. You can do this by just running a cloth across your teeth just before you pop your trays in, or using like a cotton wool, or just kind of sitting there smiling, but that gets a little bit tiresome for the muscles around your mouth. So just a flannel will do. So once you've popped a little dab in each of the recesses where your teeth go, you would just pop that into your mouth. Then you would press down on each of the teeth, making sure that all the product is all over each individual tooth and there are no bubbles or gaps. Try not to get any on the gums, as this can cause more sensitivity later on. If you do, you can just wipe it with your finger or get a little cloth and wipe it away. So that's basically it. And obviously you do the same for your bottom teeth as well. You wear them both at the same time. Good. So we do have two types of teeth whitening gel. One is a daytime one and one is a nighttime one. So the daytime one you wear for only an hour, as it has a higher concentration of active ingredients. The nighttime one you wear for longer. It has a lower dose of active ingredients, but it is a more gentle and a more kind of, if you're sensitive, if you have sensitive teeth, it's a lot more gentler on your teeth. So even though you wear it for longer, it's going to have, kind of less effect of sensitivity than the daytime one. It really all depends on your personal preference. The nighttime one you wear throughout the night. You put it on just before you go to bed, and then in the morning you wake up, you take it off and brush your teeth. And the daytime one, you just set aside an hour in the day. Maybe you'd like to do it in the morning, maybe you'd like to do it in the evening or just before you go to bed, whatever suits you. But please don't leave it on for any more than an hour, just because it has a higher concentration of products. It works the same as the nighttime one, but with the daytime one you may experience a little bit more sensitivity. So it all depends on you, and it all depends on your schedule and so on and so forth. Well, I would recommend you use the nighttime one to start with, because it is going to be a lot more gentler on your teeth. Alright, that's fine. I can give you 6 syringes of those. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that is just under 2 weeks worth of product. And normally we do roughly about that. If you come into the back to us after that period, we can assess how white your teeth have gotten, and if we need to give you some more teeth whitening gel, or sensitivity toothpaste or sensitivity gel, anything like that. Sometimes people don't get the shade that they require, and we do strongly advise our patients that you can't achieve snow white teeth as much as you see celebrities and different sorts of personalities with this gorgeous white smile. Oftentimes those are veneers, and you can get unrealistic shades of white with veneers, but your own teeth, they can only go as white as they can go. You can't force them to go any whiter, however much teeth whitening gel you use. So please, please, please be aware of that. Try not to get disappointed if your teeth are not blindingly white. By the end of it, they will certainly be brighter and whiter, but they won't be snow white, as we say. Okay, so I also have here for you some desensitizing gel, and this is really going to help you if you get severe sensitivity. This works just like the teeth whitening gel. So once you've rinsed your mouth and brushed your teeth and the trays are off, you can put a dab of this into each of your teeth recesses, and wear the two trays exactly the same, but instead of the teeth whitening gel, you'll have the desensitizing gel as well, which is going to help make your teeth a little bit more desensitized. If you're feeling a lot of sensitivity and pain, then this is really going to help. I also recommend to use a sensitive toothpaste, so I don't know, like Sensodyne or something like that. Just a generic brand will be absolutely fine. I'd recommend using that throughout the whole teeth whitening process, just swapping from your normal toothpaste. And then once the teeth whitening has been complete, I would recommend you using a whitening toothpaste to elongate and prolong the whiteness of your teeth. Yes, anything will do. If it's got whitening properties in it, then that should be absolutely fine to use on a daily basis. So again, I would also recommend you not to drink any liquids or food that will stain a white top. So that's tea, coffee, orange juice, curries, that sort of thing, because that's going to kind of set you back on your teeth whitening journey, because obviously your teeth are quite porous at this time, quite sensitive, so you need to be quite careful. But if you really must have a tea or a coffee, then just use a straw to drink those beverages if you must. But again, I would abstain from having those completely to get the maximum results. But obviously once the teeth whitening is done, you may return to having tea and coffee and stuff like that. And if you're wondering how often to whiten your teeth, then it's honestly down to the individual. Once you come back for your final consultation and your final checkup after the procedure is complete, we can have a look at how successful the teeth whitening process has been for you, and we can tailor make a kind of schedule and a package for you. Sometimes people whiten their teeth every 6 months, sometimes every year, sometimes every 2 years, so we'll go on that basis. I would recommend every year because it's less invasive on your teeth. Your teeth have time to kind of recover from the initial shock of teeth whitening, and I always like to do it kind of in the summertime, when you're out and about and the sun is shining, you've got a bit of a tan maybe, and your teeth will look a lot brighter as well with a tan. So, do you have any questions for me? Yes, well, if the sensitivity gets too bad or you can't sort of cope with it, then please do come back into the surgery and we can have a look at your teeth. Any problems like that whatsoever, then please just ring us, call us, come into the surgery and have a chat. It's absolutely fine. Alright, so I'll leave you with your products and your gels and your teeth whitening trays. But we look forward to seeing you in 12 days, and until then, please don't hesitate to call us, and good luck with your teeth whitening journey. Bye bye.